Okay, in the autobiography of an ex-colored man, the question was asked, how do we judge the narrator um, for passing as white? How do we judge him on making that decision? To start it off, I elaborated how the narrator did it from an informed decision. He didn't did it from hatred of the African blood in his body. It wasn't out of self-hate. He had the rare opportunity of going throughout the world and asking a race questions to multiple people of different walks of life. He asked it to the poor people of the South, the poor black people. He asked it to the white Southern man who said that black folks were not men, and you can free them, but they still won't have as much as whites. They will never be. They're just inferior people. He asked it to another person in Europe, a European man, European white man, who really didn't have any racist bias, but he didn't understand what was really going on in America. He asked it to a European, well, not a European, when he was a European man, a black man that lived in America that was part of the middle class. So he had the opportunity to ask him. But the most influence that I think that somebody had on was his millionaire friend. He told him that you're light skinned and you're able to pass as white. You're pretty much a white man, so why would you take that unfortunate burden that the colored people have to go through? It was important to note that his friend wasn't necessarily racist. He just understood how the world worked, and I think that's a good point because throughout the people that he met, it was people who were racist. There were people who was not racist, but there's also people that wasn't racist, but they understood the system and how it worked, and he just was like, I'm not gonna spend all my time wasting it. So I think that's the reason why he decided to pass as white. How do we judge him on that? That's really hard for me to come to a complete conclusion on which way. In one aspect, I'm leaning towards okay, he's able to have more opportunities. You know what I mean. So why wouldn't you want an opportunity to be black in America, especially during that time was hell, for any other words. Also, I think about Du Bois and I think about Washington and what they did to uplift the race and as black for the next generation, you have to push the barriers for our children to grow and have opportunities. So, in one way, I believe that he kind of sold his people out, but in the other, I can understand it. But and I think I lean more towards not being in favor of passing as white.